Hello there. So, I didn't actually have to do anything. The autosave function actually is nice. So we are just outside there. If you recall, I guess I'm getting ahead of myself there. Last episode ended where the game straight up crashed as I was trying to catch a mon. So that'll be the first thing we do. But I'm remembering and forcing myself to remember. We have team recaps to start every episode, of course. So we have Robin Hood with Spirit Shackle, Leaf Storm, U-Turn, Shadow Sneak. We have Mirth with Fairy Wind, Swift, Ancient Power, and Yawn. We have Albaz with Clinging Scales, Scale Shot, Dragon Tail, and Headbutt. We got Tark with Razor Leaf, Double Hit, Leech Seed, Fake Out. We got Mirror B with Bubble Beam, Mega Drain, Fake Out, Leech Seed. And last and certainly least, Envy with Astonish and Withdraw, which that's just not going to change. So, yeah. So we still need to go get the encounter and hope that the game doesn't crash again. So I'm trying to think of where did I get the encounter? So I encountered. I'll just get it. I'll just try to encounter a different mon. Right? That feels like the simplest way to go about it. Right? So let's go this way instead. Right? So that is level 17, so I think Fake Out should be good. Nice. And let's catch this. There we go. So I'm glad we didn't need to waste too much time to get back to where we were. We obviously don't need to. I will eventually. I will keep clicking, and send it to the box proper. But since we're near the Pokemon Center, I might as well just go back to the Pokemon Center and do it. So we have Diglett. But it will not be a Diglett. It is Timid Nature with Arena Trap. So let us find out what it shall in fact be. Skuntank. I think it's primary dark. Actually, I don't actually know. So I mean, either way, like it's either going into the box to be not used at this moment, or in the unusable pile, which currently is at nothing, right? So I will be right back, and I guess we will find out together. Okay, so we have returned, but I was not right back as I thought, because I ran into an issue that I did not consider before, but makes perfect sense. So PK Hex cannot actually edit like the inherent base stats of the Pokemon. And so when I didn't think of it much, but when you download Ancestral X or Y Nouveau, I don't know how to say it. They come with a custom PK Hex that has the Pokemon with the correct. Also, you can't edit typings as well, right? Or base stats. So if you want to PK Hex your Mons, what happens, and I just discovered this because of Skuntank, is that you actually revert its stats, its base stats and typing to what it is when because you're overriding the save. So this Skuntank that these are the stats for a normal Skuntank. However, in this game it's very minor. However, it specifically I can read it aloud to you. Its HP got buffed from base 103 to 115. The attack got bumped 2 points from 93 to 95. The defense bumped up 3 from 67 to 70. The special attack went from 71 to 70. So that one's a nerf. Then another nerf to SpDef being 61 to 60, and a buff from 84 to 85 in speed. So it's very minor, but it is buffed, right? And I want to take this at face value that it is intended to be buffed. So what I ended up having to do once I saw that, hey, that I can't edit the base stats, and then I like checked the in-game, I'm like, hey, are the base stats correct or not? So the next thing I did, I will show you real quick. So there's another one. So here I literally think, since in this case I was able to go just catch a Stunky, I found out, I looked up where it was. It was on Route 3. I just went and caught one, and then I put rare candies in my game finally, as I had discussed previously, but not for the reason that I had originally intended, to then evolve it and see, like, are these base stats correct? Because also the base stats on Stunky are similarly very minorly changed. But and then I was trying to compare. So what I ended up trying to do was this new Skuntank. I then copied over the IVs and nature. So you see, it's they're both timid. But you'll notice this one's level 34 because what ends up happening is it overwrites the save, right? So even though I caught the Stunky in this game, once I mess with it in PK Hex, then it reverts back to its normal base stats, not the intended for this game. So technically, what the solution for mons that can evolve, or you can devolve then evolve them in the game. So that's what I tested with this. That's why it's level 34, because that's when Stunky evolves into Skuntank. So these are the correct stats for the boost, right? Whereas Stinky here has the normal base stats that Skuntank has. Stank has the base stats that are intended for the game. So it brings up a conundrum of, if I roll a mon that I can't just like catch in the game, or can't like just evolve its lower form, like I can spawn it into the game one level lower than what's supposed to be. But also it has to be able to evolve at that level. I didn't think of that too, like, because at first I was like, oh, I had a level 16 Stunky that then I just leveled up once and I'm like, oh yeah, it doesn't evolve yet. So all of this to say, I don't have an elegant solution. However, in this current situation, this is a primary poison type and we can't use it anyway. So it doesn't matter yet, and and for the record, all the other mons here, right? None of them have base stat changes or type changes. So the only changes any of them had were either abilities or what's it called? Abilities or moveset stuff, which also means that I probably can't edit like abilities that Pokemon normally have zero access to, right? Like in the case of Turk, it is Grassy Surge, but I could make it, hidden ability Grassy Surge is its normal hidden ability, thus I could put it into the game through PK Hex. However, if just as a random example, they gave it like Sap Zipper, I don't know, like just some random shit that it doesn't normally get, I would not be able to put it on. Like you can't just customize in PK Hex the ability. So we haven't run into that as any issue, but that's now a foreseeable issue in the future. So the thing that I want to it's not even a solution. The band-aid that I think I'm going to do is that I am going to keep the Stank that's level 34 because it has the correct base stats. And it's a copy of this, right? It's just I named them differently so I could tell them apart, right? That was the only reason. And that they have the same moves, right? I made sure one's lost in thought and the other one likes to fight. Like that part doesn't really matter. One's male, female. It doesn't. It's I was testing things, and so I guess I didn't make everything exact. But the parts that matter is that it's timid, Route 4, has the same moves, has the same IVs and ability. Like that's the part that I think I care about. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to release Stinky because Stank, while it is level 34 and 17 levels higher than what it's supposed to be, which we can check that I set it to, it was met at level 17, so I know that it was supposed to be 17 at a time. However, realistically speaking, I can't even use it right now, so at least the band-aid in this situation is it will be left in the box as 34 if I ever get access to primary poison. And the other band-aid option was just have a level 17 Stunky instead of Skuntank. But my hope is that I'm not going to have access to it nor need it until it would have already been level 34 along with the rest of my team, is kind of what I'm banking on here. Because obviously I literally can't change my team right now anyway, so it was never coming on, and on top of that I can't use poison. So, and I have to change the typings that I'm allowed, I have to, which I guess I might as well, I'll show you, I have rare candies. You can see how it's not 999 because I was testing stuff with it. So, that's the best I could come up with for now. In the future, if I spin a mon that has a type change, or that I just have to hope that I'm far enough into the game that it doesn't matter, or that it's a mon that evolves, so then I'm assuming it would just change its type, because if it evolves in the game, then it's fine. But it's a mess. So I appreciate it gives me a newfound appreciation for Ancestral X creators and Y Novo, because they took the time to make a PK Hex that has the correct stuff if you wanted to PK Hex it. Whereas obviously that's not a requirement of every game, but it's a very nice thing they did. So in any case, yeah, I didn't specifically say everything that was on there, but it was all on the screen, and we can't use it anyway, so I'm not going to go back in. We'll go talk to Sonia, I think is what I was supposed to do next. all that yapping just to say, shit. I ran into a problem of how PK Hex interacts with ROM hacks. I never had a problem with this before. Attack downs are not what I need. Leaf stone is not the stone I need. I need water stone. Alright, add, not right now. But yeah. So it's been like, I don't know how long it's been. It's probably been more closer to like 20, 30 minutes instead of just me coming right back, which is unfortunate. But hey, it is what it is. As we've already seen, things aren't going to go perfectly. The game crashed. Also, a funny thing that you didn't get to see, but the first time I tried to catch a Stunky, my game crashed when I was trying to catch it, actually. So I had to do it again, which is very funny on the whole. But, we're not tall enough to be there's not like a, that's weird. I feel like there should be like a step up so you can put your face there. But boom. I want to be the Stone Journer. I don't want to be the Greedent. So yeah, so we got a Leaf Stone, which is nice. But so I'm assuming that means we'll have access to Water Stone next city, right? That seems to make logical sense to me. Get that music back going. I don't know if are we blocked off from going to the next route? I'm assuming we are, yeah. Like that's usually how this game works, is that they just block you off in various places. Everstone, I do not want. What is this TM? Brutal Swing. Is that useful? It's not the strongest move in the world, but it is coverage that I don't have, right? I mean, at this point, I don't need 3 dragon moves, right? Dragon Tail is interesting for things that set up, but I don't know that I'm. It's like I can get rid of Scale Shot and keep Dragon Tail for the utility because I'm gonna click Clanging Scales most of the time actually. So maybe Scale Shot. Like my only worry is the PP because the gym I'm not gonna be able to really do much about that. I'm trying to think. I only face like 3 trainers in there, I think. So like if I just save Albaz for the gym leader is an option. Um, I mean, I'm gonna do that for now. I just want to get coverage instead of just it really doesn't need that many moves and skill shot. While the speed boost is nice, it's not probably necessary. So now I'm deciding. I think I should go fight the trainers that are on the Route 4 because as it's been on the screen this entire time but hasn't been relevant yet, the cap is 27. So, you know, that's because the ace for Milo is level 27. So, did I talk to everybody here? I didn't. I don't think I did. I don't know if anyone gives you anything, but just in case. I should have done it while I was up here, but I got too distracted by wanting to be Stonejourner and then not being able to be Stonejourner. I think at first I didn't like the design of Stonejourner, but over time, I think I like it more and more as time has gone on. Not that I've really used it, but like I think it's just a goofy little guy, and I think, well, I guess maybe my heart is softened. Who knows? I'll sell stuff while I'm here. Which, oh yeah, I'm -1 ball in case anybody cares because I had to throw a Pokeball to catch something, right? But I didn't think that mattered to like reimburse 1 ball as I was testing stuff like that. I didn't think that mattered, so I just didn't. The other thought I had was since we have access to a lot of stat manipulation stuff, like as the secondary, or is it in this shop? Right? Yeah. So like we have some amount of stuff, but it's really only just right now. It's just what's called nature, which that doesn't really help the problem. So I'm gonna go talk to Hop first, make sure that I don't have to like fight him or something. Which I didn't think I would have to, but since we had just fought him. But I will talk to Ball Guy, of course, get a friend ball. I see. Does shop have anything different? No? Okay. So what I will be doing now is, since my levels are not at the 27, I'm gonna fight the trainers here first. Just because, since I crashed earlier here, I'm a little nervous. I'm gonna fight the trainers over here, and then I'll go into the gym at whatever level I am, and then I'll probably just do what Michael did, which was, oh, I got counter-led so hard. Which was just rare candy up the Mons to go into the last fight against the gym leader. Because the way these gyms work is you do the puzzle, which usually involves some form of fighting some trainers, and then you get an animation to say, oh yeah, hey, you finished the gym puzzle, and then you have to go down the tunnel to then go do the gym leader. So I have time to heal up the mons. And also that means level them up also if I need to with rare candies. Now that I've put them in the game. Work up. Am I gonna work up? I don't think so. Because I think at this point in the game, the base stats are what matter more than the like setting up. Like Clanging Scales is already a 110 base stat move, so that's what matters more than setting up. And for gym fights, I have to consider. I think I mentioned earlier, that what mon do I intend to Dynamax, and I have to remind myself what the effects of each of the Dynamax moves even are, because I'm not super well versed in it. Like I don't think I know what it is for Dragon. Um, the only ones I know are the ones that I was using when I played through Shield last, which I was not using in Dragon, so we do not need Teeter Dance. Is there any items? Silver powder. I don't have any bug moves right now, but I could eventually. HP downs is money. We'll go heal. And also, I'm realizing this is episode 5, and then we're finally doing the first gym. Like that's obviously the level 27 kind of indicated that for the level cap, right? That first gym is a ways away when you start. Like this game has a lot of intro, pretty much. It is funny to see both forms of fuck. Oh, I thought I ran into a Pikachu for a second. That's a kid, so that's what I wanted. So I retract my statement. But yeah, that was what I was saying. It's funny to see Meowth and Alolan Meowth next to each other in the same route. When this game literally has its own Meowth as well, right? So I've gotten hit by so many quick attacks, which I assume is like it's just like the best move they can use because I keep lowering my defense. So like the AI is just like, yeah, let's just do a bunch of damage because you're lowering your defense. But who knows? I'm still faster than Charge Bug. Nice. Nature Power can be fun sometimes, but I think it's not as reliable. Pin Missile, not bad. And I guess, well, am I thinking the wrong move? And I can always just go relearn it. I'm thinking of Secret Power, right? Not Nature Power. I don't know. When I go to the Pokemon Center, I think I originally, when I first saw it, I thought it was, what the fuck? Genetic instability. Is it just like Protean? Because it just changed to grass. And I don't know that this normally gets bullet seed either. Oh, that okay. I didn't do any damage. Sick. So we'll speed this up and just go to. I mean, we'll go Albaz because it's level 21 as compared to Robin Hood. Are you? Yeah, okay. It is basically Protean, but it still keeps working, so it's old Protean. Does a crit kill me? No, it shouldn't. Alright, well, it didn't even go for it. But yeah, okay. So that's funny that they manually put in, they're like, hey, here's old Protean, and it's for Eevee. I don't know if anything else would make sense to have an ability called genetic instability. But who knows? Maybe there's something else. Like Mew, I could see in theory, but I don't think Mew's in this game. But oh damn it, I'll get it when I come back. I wanted to heal because I ran out of clinging skills anyway. But and then I'll go read the description of the move that Turk was trying to learn because I kind of skipped over it. Yeah, so this is what I was thinking of, and I just don't trust it. So because I don't know, and it looks like it's special, right? Secret power is the physical one. I think is what I was thinking of, because that's the one that the animation in my Waterlock kept scaring me because it kept having like a grassy animation, and obviously I was not a fan of grass type moves. Sharp Beak. We don't have any flying moves yet, but we could at some point, right? So that's useful. Giving me the finger's not very nice, but thankfully I repaid that kindness. Just seeing that animation makes me think, why didn't Zacian just use Mist earlier? Like, that would have been quicker, rather than taking like 4 turns to, I think it's 3 maybe, turns to mist up the place. Alright, let's go into Albaz, because you need the levels. It just feels like I can't get Albaz caught up with everyone else. Like, not that it's like far behind or anything, it's like it's, 1 level, right? But like, it feels like Albaz at all times just needs the extra experience, if anyone's gonna get the extra. So, I feel like it means Albaz gets all the screen time. But whatever works, that's fine with me. Like, I want to keep them as even as I can, right? Like, I don't have to, but I would like to. Oh, is that the, there you go, there's the other Meowth, so every Meowth is accounted for. Alright, well, we didn't need so we got a rare candy, by ethical methods, if you will. But that doesn't really, I don't think that really matters for us. Like, the whole point of the rare candies that I think I already discussed it, but like for Michael's purposes, right, is like the grind is not the point of the game, or the series, right? The grind is not supposed to be what's difficult about the game. The part that's difficult about the game for doing a Sinking Sapphire run with the hardcore rules is to make the Pokemon battling harder. Right? Like that's supposed to be the basically the difficulty modifier. And so I have that same mindset here where uh, grinding is not the point of, or it's not supposed to be one of the difficulty modifiers, if you will. I think in this game, I believe if I saw it correctly, it said that there's like a point, or there's like a 2% chance for odd nose in like every route, basically. So that's how if you want to grind, that's part of the grind. But also, as you saw, we can buy XP candy, which you unlock the better ones as you go, right? So, if this has a flying move, I do not have a switch in. So we'll just go to Mirth because I have Ancient Power. Alright, that didn't do anything. Nope. Kevin Crockett, get out of here. At this point, if it has Whirlwind, I don't really want to be switching in. And at least I have a good move to hit it, right? So I'm not. If it has a flying move, I don't think it kills also. Alright, there you go. It does have a flying move. And Dual Wing Beat is not going to kill me in any universe, so. All good. We can sneak. And even if for some reason it gained an ability, speaking of Dual Wing Beat, I mean, for this upcoming gym, I almost want to just put Dual Wing Beat over Leaf Storm. I think I will. And then I can just relearn it after. Since that's just like a mechanic of this game, is the move relearner is accessible at all times, basically. So I have no problem using that to the fullest because that's, again, not one of the difficulty modifiers intended for this game. Like in previous generations, you don't have that access, right? Because in fairness, they've made the games easier as we go along, right? I already did the barrier tree. I don't need to do it again right now. Oh my fucking god! I got that one, but I didn't get this one. And there's an item over there. Okay, let's go get those shiny items and also the Pokeball. Fuck. Yeah. So I'm okay with these levels. I don't know what the trainers are gonna be like in the in there, but I'm more concerned about just making sure I'm not over leveled. I think that part matters. I would argue more than me making sure I'm on par with the gym trainers. Like the gym trainers, they could be tough for all I know, but they're not the main challenge. The gym leader should be the main challenge. So I will take it as such. Alright. So then with that in mind, I'm actually going to give you that Sharp Beak. Because you have a flying move now. And then I guess I should double check. I don't think anything would learn Pin Missile, but if something did, that'd be great, right? So, and while we're here, we will sell the. We don't need the EV modifying stuff. I'm not concerned with that. That's what the attack downs and what HP downs are for, is so that you clear out whatever EVs you've accrued. Wait, whoops. Revival Herb is definitely not needed. Did we pick up revives as well, or did we already sell those? I don't remember. No, yeah, it would have been here. I'm dumb. So yeah, it's not here, so we did not. Okay. So now we should be able to go in. And with PP in mind, um, trying to think how I can say, like, the problem with, well, I mean, I know how I can save the PP, right? Is, I use headbutt. That's the whole, that was the whole reason I put it on there, so I should be fine to lead with Albaz. I didn't do it earlier. Galarian mouth for Meowth, no thanks. And that I literally can't. So I'll just see if anyone has anything. I don't think anyone does, but I don't know shit. And I'll double check it. It's a uniform shop, so I don't think they would change it. Like it's just the uniforms, right? So that you can't get because you're not gonna face. So yeah. All right. All right. Here we are. We're gonna take on that first gym, and as a reminder to myself, but also I think, like I said it before, that I'm not gonna leave this gym until it is defeated. However, I think that's kind of the design of these gyms in this game anyway. So realistically, I don't think that matters. But just in case, I will say it out loud to remind myself as I do it. But I no intention of leaving because obviously I'm gonna do this stuff. So let's herd some sheep. Oh my, come on, what are we doing? Alright, I know I got some stragglers over here. Alright, that's rude, Amper. Alright, so we got all 20, but I do see I do need to fight this trainer, which is fine. Yeah, so I think there's only like there's maybe a max of 3, but maybe it's 2 gym trainers. Like, I can't imagine it. It's not very many, so I'm not concerned about getting over-leveled. But that leech seed is kind of annoying. Not gonna lie. That heals so much. I just don't do enough damage without, like, this. Like, I'm not gonna dual wing beam, I'm gonna spirit shackle, but... Oh, okay. I didn't predict that, but, it works. Or I could U-turn. Maybe U-turn kills. Yeah. And then, well, we'll just go back to Albaz. Alright, we will not be staying in with Albaz. That I think this time I'll go to Turk. I do not know if this gained grass typing, maybe, or if it just, it's just here because a lot of fairies just get the grass move, so you can argue, like, thematically, but in any case. We haven't used Turk in a bit, it feels like, so we'll give it a shot. And it's only going for Magical Leaf, not going for a fairy move, which is interesting. And that was still neutral, so I would say that it is not, in fact, a fairy grass in this. It is just fairy still. Okay, sure. We miss moves. That is in fact part of the game. I'm gonna leech seed this so that because I'm not doing a ton of damage. So Comfey is just, it's bulky, it's fully evolved, right? Or it's, doesn't, it's doesn't need to evolve still. I guess is a better way to put it, because it doesn't evolve at all. And I guess, yeah, Razor Leaf is not the strongest of moves. So I think initially I was going in here with the thought that I was going to be most likely Dynamaxing Albaz. But now that I have dual wing beat on Robin Hood, I think that means I am probably going to be Dynamaxing Robin Hood instead. And I do know flying, because it was a good one for VGC. Flying increases speed, which also in VGC the reason I bring that up is because it's the stat boosts are for both of your Pokemon, not just the one that used that Dynamaxed. So that mattered a lot in that speed boost is extremely good, right? So it's just generically good. If I do this fast enough, will I just avoid the train? Son of a bitch! I lost one. It's fine. I'll get all the others there, and then I'll go recover the last one. All right. I'm not afraid of the trainers. I'm down to they're part of the gym challenge, right? So I don't see a reason that I need to avoid the trainers, since my levels are fine. So. Roselia. They have some decent mons so far. Nothing too crazy, thankfully. Although, I mean, I guess Comfey was kind of. I don't like that. I do not like the T-spikes being set up. That's not good. I mean, I am set mode, so in theory I could go through without it mattering, but having the option to switch out is nice, right? That did not 2-hit KO. But obviously that does no damage, so it probably does not matter. And we just crit, so never mind. I said it doesn't 2-hit KO, and I lied. I'm gonna take knockoff over double hit. I like having Fake Out and Leech Seed for right now, so. Nature Power, we just had the discussion, but this is on Mirror B. But, so, okay, Mirror B uses it better because it's special, but I think same logic, I like the consistency of knowing what's going on rather than... in theory, I mean, I can look it up because I don't have it known off the top of my head, but if I recall correctly, stadiums or gyms used to always be neutral places were always try attack, and then otherwise cave makes it is it rock slide or earthquake, some of that stuff. So I guess it's not always special, right? But I think of it as a special move because of competitive Pokemon. It's always try attack basically. We do not need Metronome on Mirth. No, we don't. And I don't mind that I'm using potions where we have so much money that I'm not overly concerned. Okay, I'm seeing the pattern. We're gonna go right. Go, 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 go. Okay, perfect. we passed the obstacle. We're the best. Steenie. I don't think I care if I run out of headbutts, to be honest. Like, that probably does not matter, because I think I'm clicking clanging scales 90% of the time. As long as it's not a fairy, right? At least in the fight against Milo. Well, there you go. This is how I save some PP on it. I did not kill. I am a little bit surprised about that. Like, I know I'm not like or I'm a minus attack nature, right? Is that I'm forgetting. I know I'm perfect IVs because of how I got it, right? But I forget what nature I am on Albaz. Which obviously I will state, but I was very lucky to get 2 fully evolved mons in a row that were usable, and then it's just the extra icing on top, I would say, that they're perfect IVs because they were the Pikachu and Eevee gifts. I do not want Screech. Did I take any damage there? I did, but it's like almost none. I'll use an Oran Berry this time. You know what? I'll be more efficient for once. I guess I can always fly back and buy Oran Berry. So wait, this is not all 20, right? Am I bugging? No, it is. Okay, cool. So that is the end of the puzzles, I believe. Yeah. So now is decision time of whether I think I need to. Should I be fine with just 24s, knowing that the ace is 27? Because that's just like what the game flow basically said, right? But on the other hand, do I think I can beat what I'm assuming is going to be a Dynamax to Eldegoss? And I think also I'm going to put. I don't care about the headbutt boost right now, so I will swap this out for an Oran Berry, and then. Not that I expect to use Mirror B, since the moveset doesn't work really in this fight, but I guess that was a reason to put Nature Power on. I don't need Water Gun, right? So I could have done that, but it's fine. I didn't think about it. I'm just gonna go. We'll if I get punished for it, so be it. Nope. We are not trying to cocktail here. We are trying to cock down Milo. Which I should look up why he is number 851 or 831. But it's fine. We are. Yeah, you will have to Dynamax, because I'm gonna fuck your shit if you don't. That's for sure. Alright. It is go time. We don't need the music, because we have it in our soul. As we get powered up. Yes, we can Dynamax. It is only 3 turns, as stated there. So I'm going to just read what. So it lowers their attack. Dark lowers their split def, and normal lowers their speed. Okay. So as a refresher, all of them are categorized as either doing something like it can do something to the terrain, it can boost your stats or lower their stats. It's kind of like the main categories. Like I think there's some. Let's just go for grassy terrain. Okay, that's fine with me. There are some other ones, right? Like not everything is exactly that. And especially the Gigantamax ones. Like I don't know what Eldegoss's does, in fairness. But yeah, I feel like my decision to leave 24 is fine because the Mons before a double. Like okay, it's probably not grass, but that makes sense as far as like theming wise. I think that makes sense. Unless they did change it to grass, which again I don't know. Now I normally would want to go into Robin Hood. However, I think this is a chance to use Turk instead. Because I'm keeping Robin Hood ready for. Okay, that was rude. I want to keep Robin Hood like if I can full health or close to full health going into uh, the Mon that will Dynamax, which I'm pretty confident it should be. Uh, shit. Okay, well the grassy terrain goes away. This is a problem. Cause like it's fully evolved, so like I'm being stingy. Okay, I have the idea. So we are gonna go Robin Hood, but it's because I'm expecting a headbutt. So we're gonna dodge the headbutt, just so I can get the free switch in uh, to Albaz, is the idea here. Which I don't know if I would be faster than Double, to be fair. Like, I'm not the fastest thing in the world, right? But like I want to U-turn, but I also don't want to get paralyzed. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to have to be okay with getting paralyzed with Albaz. Because I'm assuming that's what it's going to go first, T-Wave. Unless they give it a dark move. Which, like, if it can't hit, something like that would be great, but I don't know that. So I think I will Clanging Scales once, then switch, probably. Because I don't want to get hit with a headbutt after my defense is lowered. That really did not do a lot of damage, holy shit. I am, maybe I needed to level up after all. Oh god. Like, my stuff, it's just, they have fully evolved mons so that are just strong. Right? Like, I don't know how else to put it. So, we'll do the same switching we did. So maybe I'm not as prepared as I thought I was. So I will this time risk the para. Oh my god, it has flame charge. That's a disaster. That it has a move that can hit me. That did not. That was a crit. Oh my. This double is a beast. What the fuck? Now I'm getting worried. Like, I'm very, very worried now. Because, like, Headbutt's just so strong. Like, I could yawn, take a hit, but, like, I'm just switching so much. It feels painful. Like, I'm basically using up all my mons just to all get damaged. Without being able to heal. I think it's important to keep as much health as you feasibly can. Yeah, Fake Out's gonna do nothing, because why would it do more, right? I think I'll go Leech Seed. And I just have to hope I break through. I'm getting fucked. I don't know what else to say. I'm getting fucked. Like, this is just... It's a good strat on their part. Nothing else I can say about it. I'm getting fucked. I'm willing to risk the crit if I can get the... Yeah, okay, whatever. Like, I have to use this now. Fuck me, dude. I think this is bad. Like, I'm gonna get owned. Is what this feels like right now. Is that I am not in a good spot at all. So I think it's in range for maybe if I have a Clinging Scales, but I don't think it's quite in range actually. I think it's just off, which just sucks so bad. And I'm also gonna run out of cling skills. If I had foreseen this, I could have put the Pecha berries on. I swear to God, I don't know if they heal in this, but if they do, I am overly fucked. Like, I think I'm supposed to go Mirth this time. I'm just gonna get my whole team paralyzed, which sucks ass. Like, I guess I really did need to be level 27. So next time I know, so I don't get blown back every time. Because it's not even that. It's just they have a fully evolved. I'm gonna harp on this forever. Base stats matter more than like move sets want to. But on top of it, it's a good move set, right? Like Headbutt is also base stat thing. So what am I in with? Albaz right now, but I'm -1. Yeah, so Headbutt should kill. So I'll go Mirth and hope that Headbutt doesn't 2-hit KO with Oranberry. Alright, cool. So we can Fairy Wind. Yeah, I also, but it's always a pet peeve of mine. It's a grass type. Like, come on. What are we doing? Why are we learning? Why are we learning Pluck after Dueling Beat? That seems wrong. Like, Dueling Beat's just better. Like, I know it can miss, but come on. Alright, Lombre. Like, I'm getting fucked by the non-grass type, right? That I hate so much in these games where it's like, yeah, I get it makes it like harder, I get that, but like the concept of a gym leader has been established, right? And it is a type specialty thing. It's not like up for debate, right? This is like a what Pokemon has established, and that's we like the game kind of situation. So it's fine. I am running into the major problem that I've already foreseen. So don't worry, I am thinking about it. The ace is just going to get a kill, right? Like there is no way around that, I think, at this point. I don't think I can stop that. And if that is the case, and Envy is on the team for a particular reason. It may or may not have its role pretty. I have an idea of what that role kind of is, right? I don't know if it has an item even, but okay, it didn't have an item, but just in case it did, I was willing to do that. The grassy terrain is healing up Turk nicely, which is good. However, one weakness of Dynamax. So they can't get faked out, by the way, which normally wouldn't be relevant in singles, but it is relevant currently. It has Grassy Glide. Are you kidding? I get that it's a setup that they set up Grassy's terrain earlier, but it's a strong move, right? And it's also priority in Grassy's terrain. So I know likey is the best way I can put that. But yeah, one weakness to Dynamax. Since it's like you double the HP and then you basically get stronger moves, right? Like that's all great. But the way that some of the way you played around it in what? It gets comatose. Interesting. So you put them to sleep is what I was trying to get out, but I just took forever to say. If you put Dynamax Pokemon to sleep, that wastes their 3 turns, right? That is a intended weakness. However, our Yanmon may or may not be too weak to fight. Thus, our attempt at maybe taking advantage of that is no longer possible. Okay. If it's just gonna go for a grass move, I think now is the time actually that I'm gonna Dynamax like now. While the grassy terrain's up, so I'm just healing. So one theory to Dynamaxing against gym leaders, at least, like I don't think it works in VGC, but also how strong is this? It is 130, so that's good. And this does lowers special attack. Those are both good abilities. I'm gonna do Airstream because it's speed boost. So one theory that I have, at least, I don't know if it's like a widely held thing, is that you Dynamax before the gym leader Dynamaxes because you can boost before they come in. Heck, Grassy Glide. Makes sense that they all have Grassy Glide, I guess, right? That didn't kill. Uh-oh. Okay, so that's bad. I wanted to one-shot. And so because I didn't, I'm only going to have 1 turn of Dynamax when it comes to... Okay, so these just lower stats, right? So I'm going to click the one that gives me boost. But yeah, so the idea that I had in my mind obviously didn't work out, is that the way I wanted to already be Dynamaxed so that I could get the speed boosts, and so I knew I would be faster, right? But now I'm in a tricky spot because I only have 1 more turn. It is Eldegoss, as I thought. So I'm going to do the bug one this time around. As you can see, it is level 27. You can see that, you heard notification. That's me, not you. As I should always tell you. Okay. Oh my! I'm getting too many notifications. I'm assuming. Oh yeah, it's Michael asking questions he doesn't need to. So that's fine. So I'm gonna Flutter Bee, max Flutter Bee, because I'm assuming it's a special attacker. Still, right? I believe Eldegoss is a special attacker. Cotton down. Does that lower my speed? Okay, whatever. I'm +2, so it doesn't really matter, I don't think. And I should tank this. Yeah. Okay, so grassy terrain got reset up, which probably helps me, honestly. So I think I can stay in because the only thing that, as far as like the base stats go, the only thing that gets affected is that your HP goes like way up, right? So what berry is that? Citrus, okay, not ideal, but also this cotton down is annoying, so like all my speed boosts are now gone. In fact, now I'm slower. But if it doesn't have a better move than max overgrowth, I think I'm actually okay. Yeah, you can see it does not actually do that much damage. And I don't want to U-turn out into something, well, at least last turn for sure I didn't want to U-turn out, so like someone else would take the hit. But now, in theory, I could U-turn out if I so desire, because I'm slow. Right? Right, yeah, I am -1 speed now, so I'm definitely slower. Which I don't think matters for me. But Dual Wing Beat does more damage. Like, significantly more, as long as I hit, because I have the Sharp Beak. So I'm going to keep doing that, because I know I can tank these max overgrowths. Like, even a crit would not have killed there. and that's what I care more about. So I'm not quite killing, but I'm close. And I have now, uh, quote unquote, stalled out, if you will, the their Dynamax, right? So I don't know Shadow Sneak kills, but I think it might end. Realistically, again, if Max Overgrowth was its best move that it was going for, that's a grass move that is now going to be less strong. Okay, yeah, Grassy Glide. It's not gonna matter to me. So I mean, they beat me with the priority. However, as we suspected, Robin Hood was the key to victory here, and whew, that was challenging, I must say. Obviously, I think my frustrations, you could hear it in my voice, with the double was a problem. Just the Thunder Wave headbutt set with then also coverage, and although not granted, not like a super strong coverage, but Flame Charge was enough to like put the fear of God into me, if you will. So we get the TM for Magical Leaf, which is not bad, but I don't know if it's better than Leaf Storm, which we will have to reteach. Yeah, so it's a bit of a longer episode, this one, so this is for sure where we end it. No casualties. I'm honestly surprised. I went into this thinking that at least once I saw the double and how hard it was, I thought we were gonna lose one of our friends, but thankfully we didn't. We persevered. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.